Welcome, everyone, to Fated Worlds The Burning Wind, where we put poor Davy on trial, because,
Oh,
and even though it's, totally not her fault, it's Mather's fault, but, what are you gonna
he's
do?
gonna pay.
We'll see. How are you all?
Great, I'm so excited. I'm super busy with uni stuff and such, but you know, gotta play the game.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
this is how it is.
I mean,
Speaking
the
of
real
that,
world's
I'm likely to make it
important,
next week.
but... I'm sorry I missed that last part.
I said I'm probably not gonna make it next week unless things turn out a lot easier than I thought they would. Because I have exams and thesis deadlines and project deadlines and yeah,
Understandable.
Yes, totally.
it's all in 1 week. So do you guys want to get started?
Sure, yeah.
Sure.
So
Let's
last
go.
week, Rav collapsed with signs of malfeasance, and he's currently unconscious in the Medica. Accused for his collapse and the supposed malfeasance is Davy, and she asked Mathers to back her up. The person accusing her and being a witness against her is Casper von Thunderberg, who is an old nemesis of Desi. And he has given out a statement that may or may not be false and may or may not have to do with the fact that he doesn't really like Davy. That he saw her coming from Rav's room and that he saw her threatening Rav. In the same time, Lynn has been at the center of a scandalous painting, something with a donkey and unspeakable acts that she came out ahead on. And Desi saw a pale lady with what she thinks are the eyes of a raven leaving Rav's room. Yeah, I think that's it.
That's about it.
Is there anything you all can do one last action before Davy's trial? You choose to do so. Is there anything any of you want to do?
Yeah.
You are very muted, Kelsa.
Very muted.
Yeah, not just a little bit.
just a little bit muted. Sorry about that. Maybe we should have a meeting between the group of us and be like, and in character discuss if there's anything more we want to do. You know?
Yeah, do that. So the trial is tomorrow afternoon. So you have tomorrow morning and it's evening right now. So where do you guys meet up?
Yeah. I was about to suggest a dinner at the Wenger Whalen residence, our little cottage in the university town.
Is Katerina also present?
I don't think so, yeah.
You think so or not?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
She's there.
What is she like?
Let's see. What is she like? I think tonight she is very good at playing the host. She learned that very well from is growing up in a noble family.
Is she a good cook?
She's all right. Like she's learned decently enough during our years on the road. She didn't cook much growing up. She had servants for that. Now she's gotten better at it, for sure.
But
I imagine her being very enthusiastic about her cooking, and her cooking being okay, but just like her enthusiasm makes the dishes so much more interesting because she's like, "Look, I boiled potatoes."
Yes, very good, Catherine. Very good.
He cooks like a noble.
So let's see.
Yeah,
What do we
does.
have? I think we have noodles with chicken and a cream sauce.
Yeah,
I think that's what you made today.
That's the university food right there.
Yeah, it is.
A bit too real.
So, yeah, I think like Desi like looks over at I guess everybody because it's
I have a question.
Lynn.
Is Davy present?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah, she's not in like custody or anything like that.
No, she's not.
Yeah, then she would definitely be invited.
Yeah.
Okay, then Davy's there too.
So Desi kind of looks around at the two couples and is feels a little bit out of place.
Would you have liked to invite
But-
someone? I think either Lynn or Katrina.
I'm sure John would be willing to come along if you asked.
I don't know if I'd want John to come along though. That's the thing. Like I don't think I trust him well enough after one date to be like, come with me to help get my friend off of malfeasance charge. That seems a little sketchy.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
no.
It's not the best of second date activities.
Yeah,
planning a trial.
exactly. So like she looks around and is like, Davy Mathers, there more we can do to help before tomorrow.
And Mathers, that since entering, has not been his normal self. Like, he's like hanging his head and like not making eye contact. And normally he doesn't make a ton of eye contact. But it's just like normally it's like just enough that is to allay suspicion without like drawing attention. This, when you say his name, he like looks at you for a moment and then looks back down.
Does he say anything?
Probably there is. What did you have in mind?
And Davy puts her hands in her sides, and even though she's trying to look like strong, you can see like the stress has just taken a toll on her. Like she's got like dark circles under her eyes, and now she obviously hasn't hasn't slept very well, and she's just stretched out a little too far, I guess. And she says, well, if you could get rid of that jerk Casper von Thunderberg, that would be glorious. But it's clear that she doesn't.
If I could
really
have gotten
believe...
rid of him, he would already be gone.
Yeah, and she doesn't really believe that that's an option.
Mathers at that looks up again and says, I could. It might backfire. I'll do it.
She just looks at you confused. Are you being serious?
That depends.
Desi tosses her bones on the table. I want to, while you're discussing whether or not this is a good idea, I want to ask Fate if this is a good idea.
Go ahead.
All right.
Oh, does it not on the tape? Never mind.
What?
It depends on what.
Oh.
Not on the table.
It's too late. Skills and stats. Here we go.
Desi thinks about it a moment and says, "Well, I was sort of kidding, but that jerk would deserve, a fate like that. But the only way I think that would ever work is if, at the same time, his statements were in some way invalidated, and if it also could not be traced back to us in any way."
That last one's the hard part, isn't it? What's the odd here to be determined? It's like 4 or 5.
What were the difference? What was the difference between those again?
I will look it up.
I guess you could go for whether endeavor is good or not if you want a vague idea about, like, will this give more advantages or disadvantages. But if you want to specifically,
the auspices of a specific enterprise is ob 3. Calling upon the stars to answer a specific question is 4. So it sounds like 3 because I'm just looking for, like, is this a good idea or a bad idea?
Well, the main question is, do you want, like, the stars can tell you 2 things, right? They can tell you if more bad will come from it than good, but that won't tell you what the bad and what the good is.
Right. And I think that's all I'm looking for right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Is if more bad will come from this than good, without any real specifics here.
Fair
enough. No.
Oh, last one is a 1-2. Or no, that doesn't matter because you're not forking astrology.
Yeah, I'm rolling astrology, not forking it.
The bonus is spelled out. Ask again later.
Oh no.
You're getting this confusing flood of images that just makes your brain hurt.
I don't know what the right path is.
And
she scoops up her dice and puts them back.
What do we know about Casper?
I know that he's a jerk. And that
aside from that,
he doesn't like me because I did better than him in class. Probably overachiever or something. I don't know. Does anybody else know him?
He doesn't like me as well. He and I have gotten off on the wrong foot more than once.
Do you have any dirt on him?
Do I have any dirt on him? I don't even remember.
Well, you had dirt on his father, but you trying to bring that up
probably not gonna help.
Was what got you into trouble a long time ago with the family in the first place. So,
right.
You can see if you have any dirt, or try to find out dirt. I mean, that's one of the things you could do beforehand.
We can certainly look into it. If he's anything like his father, I'm sure he's got his proclivities.
You know what? I forgot to tell you something that I promised I would. You, depending on whether you see it as dirt or not, since you've been to the trials, you have heard Casper von Thunderberg speak. And hearing him speaking reminded you of a stranger that had come to you a while back with a cloak, with a romantic interest in Lynn.
Aha.
It's not really something probably you could use to blackmail him, but it's an interesting fact.
Yeah, I think I'll bring that up, and I'll be like, although there was once, not that long ago, actually, he came to me in disguise. I didn't realize until, anyway, he wanted Lynn.
Yeah,
romantically.
Yeah, I think when you say that, Katerina just happens to be walking in with like a large dish of something. She just drops it on the table.
Does she just drop it on the floor, or does she just bang it down on the table?
Yeah, I think it's the latter.
Okay.
Um.
So,
I told him the truth, which is that a relationship such as that would be ill-advised, to say the least.
To say the least, indeed. Oh, wait, was he the one you told me about?
Yes.
Of course. Sure.
Davy looks at Lynn like half hopeful, and says, maybe you can talk to him." And then she looks at Katerina. "I don't want to ask you to do something that you can't do, but just like throw in your feminine charms or something and convince him to let the thing go."
I think when she says feminine charms, Lynn's gonna go, really? Not quite my strong suit, but
What, you've never used your charms on a man?
not unless I've had to. Haven't had a lot. Haven't had too many of them. More of a natural advantage, let me put it that way.
You are very beautiful, Lynn.
I know.
Many, many men would take advantage of that.
I know.
Yeah, so you should take advantages of it as well. To save me from being expelled.
Yeah, I think Lynn gives Katerina a look, and yeah, this is something that has come up between the two of them at some point in the past. And I think Katerina just eventually nods. And Lynn says, "All right, for a good friend."
It would be a matter of promises, not acts.
Oh, yes, of course. Lots of promises. And she looks directly at Mathis when she says promises. But we are a bit short on time. If it's going to, if the trial is tomorrow afternoon.
Yes. As you might know, I am a bit of a student of human behavior. Perhaps I could coach you a bit. I have a few ideas.
Right then. Probably most knowledgeable on this field amongst the four of us. What do you think? How can I get to this man to spill his secrets?
Well, I guess there are options. One would be to simply approach him and mirror his behavior, his eye contact, and get close to his personal space, but not so close that it's obvious. Slightly riskier way would be I could approach him and tell him of the opportunity as you happened by, but it's despite my let's call them talents in that direction, it would be a bit obvious.
Indeed, especially so close to the trial. I was thinking. it seems like it's probably the best shot we have. We can get him out of the way before the trial. She steals herself. But never done this before. So I'm a bit.
Awkward.
But yeah. She kind of looks down. Probably. She does the same thing she did before, where she like grabs the ring on her right hand, and she sort of prays to herself a bit. Or, yeah, prays to tell it, but prays to herself. And yeah, she is. All right, fine. Let's do this.
Oh. I suppose there is a third option.
Well, now you say that.
Yes. Well, it might be, could perhaps be combined. We could perhaps put together a tincture that might encourage him to sleep through the hearing. And if you were,
it feels like a tactic that would be warded against by the masters.
If their witness doesn't appear, then they might postpone the trial for later.
Or investigate why. Yes.
Indeed. But now that you mentioned the potions, I just remember reading about one particular recipe of some sort. I can't remember what it was called. One of the tomes.
Davy raises her eyes and says, "Are you thinking plum bob?"
Oh yes, that one with the smell. That can persuade people to tell the truth, even if it's against their best interest.
She gets this little smile and she says, "But where are we going to get that at this short notice? It requires a lot of ingredients."
Well, Mathis, you've handled our purchases in the past for the workshop. Do you happen to know anyone?
So does the workshop have the right ingredients? I mean, I imagine that. I mean, that wouldn't necessarily be the thing.
Not just in stock standard, no. You'd speak to your criminal contacts, see who might have it, and if you can arrange a last-minute meeting with them.
I might know someone who would.
You're gonna be circles?
Sure. Okay, yeah, let's try this.
Let's see, circles. Here? Okay. I'm ready.
Okay.
What occupation are you looking for?
Okay.
I presume it's broad occupation or same life path, since you're looking for a fellow crook. So that would keep you at up 1 still. Station, same station rank or social class? Or higher or lower?
Well, since we're I mean, it could be the same, as in it, like it could be Sleet. It doesn't necessarily have to be Sleet.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So I think where your points are going to come from is disposition or character knowledge. This is not common. Like rare ingredients are slightly different, so I think that increases your obstacle by 1, and specifically the time and place. I'm tempted to argue that it is at the very least unusual for this character, and possibly right here, right now, in the middle of trouble. I think I'm gonna go for 2 points there, so an ob of 4 total.
All right.
So a bit in between, like high on unusual.
Okay.
If you just have this evening and tomorrow morning to arrange it.
Oh, and I lost people on video.
Yeah. Yes.
I think it was me.
Okay, well, you're back.
Yeah, everybody was frozen and I just
okay.
restarted. It was fine.
Kala, I still don't have you.
Yeah, I can see everyone but you. Brad.
Okay. I'm gonna try reconnecting again, and there we go. Okay, cool.
There we go.
Okay. Okay. And there's no. I can't fork in.
You can't fork. You can
Right?
do link tests.
Okay.
You can also see use to your advantage that you are looking for somebody with a reputation. So, say Sleet, with the reputation of being an arranger of things around the university, then you can use that to your advantage.
Okay.
So that will give you 1 advantage die. If you know any other people who are in the who have similar circles, then you can ask them to help you.
Well, okay. So for doing a linked test, would that be streetwise?
I imagine you can use streetwise for that. Yeah, I imagine that's exactly what you use streetwise for.
Okay. So yeah, let's do streetwise, and with that, I'll for that I'll fork I think citywise. I don't know that anything else would. Oh, maybe.
What are you trying to find out with streetwise?
Just what is the word on the street about who to approach, how best to approach them, what not to say, that sort of stuff.
I imagine that is up to.
Okay.
An act performed routinely for, streetwise.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm guessing that nothing related to alchemy would make sense as part of the linked test. So okay, so the 1 for citywise. A success! Shocking.
Right.
Good for you.
Got him.
And
So you get +1d advantage.
yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess right away I'm gonna go ahead and burn a fate point because.
There's
is there no
specific
point?
rules for link tests. You might have to have over 3, so it might not be worth it.
Okay.
Where? Linked tests. Yeah, link tests can also be performed between multiple characters, by the way. Mm. Yeah, I don't think putting in fate. Like, I remember seeing something if you exceeded by 3 or so,
Okay, I won't worry about it then.
but I can't find it right now.
Okay, so for the circles test, it's one for the link test and another one for the reputation.
Yes.
Okay.
And
It's obstacle 4. Oh my god!
Got him.
nice.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, you find Sleet.
All right.
And
Oh,
technically,
and
Sleet is
here I think I do want to bend the fate to work
Sure.
patiently.
You can spend your successes either on him being available earlier, giving you the time to do stuff tomorrow morning still, or on finding him in a particularly good mood. But see first if you get the success.
Okay.
If you still want to do it based on those things, or if you have a different suggestion.
Oh,
Ooh,
well.
you can roll another one. Nice. So 2 more successes. So
Okay. So I think I'll split it, one towards good mood, one towards
okay. Yeah, you can also spend them on the same thing to gain more advantage. But if you want to do it like that, then you find him early tomorrow morning. So you still have some time in the afternoon. Definitely enough time to make plum bob. If he gets you the ingredients, of course, or to change plans if he doesn't. And he's in a good mood. He just he just had a good yelling at one of his minions, and they fell into line again. So he's feeling good, feeling satisfied with himself. So, do you guys want to discuss anything still before we go to this meeting with Sleet?
I'm ready to move on, I think.
Yeah, same here.
Okay. So you meet in a coffee house somewhere, and he's sitting there when you come in, completely relaxed, drinking a cup of coffee. It's morning. And he nods at you, and Brothers, I hear you wanted to talk to me.
and thank you for agreeing to.
Always a pleasure.
There are certain materials that I find it would be of quite a bit of that I would find quite useful on short notice. I was wondering if perhaps an arrangement could be made.
Do you have a list?
I'll scrawl it quickly rather than I probably wasn't like carrying that around just in case, but yeah.
He takes the list and he looks it up, and then he says, "Hmm. And how quickly would you need it?"
Uh,
Time has a price, you know.
yes, yes. Is well, if it unfortunately that uh, time is in this case somewhat priceless. Uh, if it was more than a couple of hours, then the ingredients would have considerably less use.
He looks at you and he looks at the ingredient list and he says, "You're Davy's boyfriend, right?" I see that you're in a hurry. I can, I can get you the ingredients within the hour, but it will cost you.
Yes. Um, what sort of that's the other part. I was wondering if payment could take the form of a favor.
And what favor would you have to offer me that I am interested in?
Well, I have a certain skill set in.
How likely would it be that he'd have heard of you and your business?
Well,
Since you are in some way competition to him.
somewhat. Yeah. I mean, we're definitely like in the same circles, but I don't have a reputation.
Okay. Fair enough.
So it's certainly possible.
Yeah. Let me make a roll. I have no clue what his circles is. What are circles generally? Like, what are your numbers?
They're based off of like half the person's will. So you know, like 2 or 3, somewhere around that.
2 or 3. I imagine his would be a little bit higher because that's what he does. So 3 or 4. What do you guys think?
I could
3.
certainly see 4 for him.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. Okay. No, not D4. So to know you, ob 1, still ob 1. If you're looking for a specific person, like I'm not never sure how to do that. Like, is that disposition and character knowledge? Like, is that looking for a very specific person? So ob 4, or would that just be okay? Like, it has nothing to do.
Yeah, I mean, it would be character knowledge. I mean, Mathers is you know, definitely goes out of his way to not have the you know the knowledge of what he's up to spread around. You know, he doesn't tell his closest friends. It's yeah, I know.
Yeah. So imagine a specific disposition or detailed / rare knowledge. So that would make it ob 4. Let's see. He's gonna put in some effort though, since he's meeting with you. So he wants to know who he's meeting with. Oh, not 66, 46. Gonna get help. I think he's just gonna get help. He has not heard of you.
Yes, so
Is that good or bad in this
yeah,
situation?
yeah, it's hard to say. I do have a rather particular skill set. I'm good at getting into and out of places discreetly. And, well, I suppose this is, given the circumstances, is not an admission that is entirely in my best interest, but I've been told that I have a bit of a way with people in terms of convincing them.
Okay, so go ahead and convince him.
Okay.
So Sleet's will would be what you would be trying to overcome with persuasion, which is what it sounds like.
Okay.
Where's Sleet? His character's Sleet.
Hey.
Okay. So I imagine since he has such high circles that his will is similarly high. So will of 6.
All right.
So this is to decide if he's going to ask for money or that he will be okay with delivering with just delivering favors or something.
Whether he's going to ask for money that I essentially don't have, or okay. Let me see. So this is a matter of bargaining over the the value of a thing, a service. So I'm
Yep.
maybe appraisal as a fork.
Sure, but then you'd have to, as one of your arguments, you'd have to appraise the situation as not being too valuable. So you'd have to play it out, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, sure.
So
Okay.
let's start actually. If you want, you can also fork in your haggling.
Okay.
So let's start with him naming a price and then you responding to it.
Okay.
With this, the rarity of these ingredients and the fact that you need it now, the price is going to be a golden talent. Not a golden talent, golden mark.
Well, I certainly understand the time value of
Can we do a can I help with having help procure money for this, because I want to get Davy off no matter the cost. Be willing to
Sure,
either
you can definitely do that. Like,
like before
the price
you went
is very
off.
high, of course. But Sleet will be lenient. He'll say, "But I'll give you a day to procure it," rather than asking payment up front, which I normally do. And I trust that you know my reputation well enough to not mess with me when it comes to that.
Oh, of course, of course.
Things could get very ugly. So you can do that afterwards, Desi.
Okay.
If,
I was
going
gonna
to
be like, before you went out, I just like, here, have some money. But this works too.
So yes, I do understand the time value, although I would argue that specifically uh, the wither tree root and the maiden's hair are uncommon at best, not rare. I mean, they can be found at a number of from a number of discreet herbalists.
Maybe so, but like acquiring all this this exact combination of ingredients, as you know, will be scrutinized and will put my people at risk. So I'll have to, I have to look at that with the price as well. I need to pay my people enough, or they will not work for me anymore. So that raises the price.
Well,
so go ahead and roll if you want to.
So what?
Go ahead and roll if you
Oh,
want.
okay. All right. I don't know that I can actually succeed in this roll. Okay, but okay. So this is persuasion. With both appraisal and haggling.
Yeah, persuasion with appraisal and haggling, or haggling with persuasion and appraisal.
Okay.
Also, I just noticed that mine and Kala's hands are swapped.
Oh god.
Oh, whoops. Sorry.
You're me now. How's it feel?
It feels as it should.
Well, I mean,
It feels like the spring rain.
Kala has longer hair than you, so
Yeah.
Maybe Brad just got confused.
Oh, that never happens. Okay, so the base obstacle was 6. Okay.
And he does
Yeah,
not
not
know
even.
your name, so you're not getting any advantage from that.
Okay.
Oh, painful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not
No sixes
even.
either.
Mark that difficult test, though.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
I will do that thing as soon as I switch names.
Yeah, and one thing I just noticed is that they can't actually see the results of our rolls on the stream.
Oh, damn it.
That too.
Yeah, I am just cooking with fire this morning.
It's a golden mark. Take it or leave it.
That's a what? Resources test?
I don't know, but what ob that is? Let me look that up. Resources tests.
I think the answer is lots.
Yeah, yeah.
I will help.
We're all gonna go in depth to save Debbie, which is ironic.
Resources. Where is resources?
Right?
Resources 366. Obstacles. Food for the day, rent for a small flat, a meal or a mule or whatever, rent for a townhouse, run of the mill arms, run of the bill, bow.
See, now I think it's showing up Discord chat or something.
Yeah, that looks like
Oh,
the.
that's.
looks
Oh, I
like
know why it's
Discord.
doing that.
We're doing this live.
Oh yeah.
And up for jewelry, exotic fabrics, rare antiques, and books. I think it's up for.
All right.
Let me see what I wrote down about resources to double check it, but yeah, assume up for. Currency.
There we go. And... That's the earlier tests.
Yeah, I think it's up for. I
Okay.
didn't write down specific things, but I'll write down the obs now when I get to it.
So am I going to? I mean, yeah, I think I'm just gonna incur the wrath of Sleet because yeah, that won't be a problem.
Not at all.
Yeah.
You might need to find a money
I
launderer of
mean,
some kind.
Desi can help you. Maybe Lynn wants to help as well.
I mean, Lynn's gonna scrape for cash out of this. We don't all want to get indebted to Sleet just yet.
I imagine Davy would help you.
Yeah.
The thing with helping is characters may help one another with resources. If the testing player is taxed, then everybody involved on the test is taxed. And you don't have to be part of the scene when resources helping dice are used. Yeah, so when you help, you would be at risk of being taxed. You wouldn't have to make a roll yourself to free up the cash or anything.
Okay. I am yeah, I'm willing to help.
Okay. Well, he was giving us a day, so I'm gonna, rather than making yet another test, I'm just gonna agree, and we'll see what happens later.
You did.
Way to find out.
Back to fight you at all. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that. At
Can
the
cover
end of
that.
the
Be
trial.
okay.
So within an hour, a package of ingredients arrives at your door, neatly delivered with a letter from Sleet, basically, telling you you're welcome. Expect payment tonight at the name of an inn. Don't be late.
All right.
Okay, so now we have the stuff. Let's make the stuff out of
Now
the
we
stuff.
have to make the stuff. Then we have to
Make the stuff
manage
out of the
to slip the stuff to him.
So, yeah, go ahead. That seems to me like it is alchemy.
I'll help.
Who's actually whipping
Yeah.
this up?
Yeah, who's making this?
I imagine Lynn is with the help of Davy.
Desi can help too. I have alchemy as well.
Yeah, this could be a group project.
Is Mathers helping?
Yes.
Does
Yes.
Mathers have alchemy?
Yes.
Okay.
You...
Well, 3 people are helping you, Lynn.
Yeah, three people, and let's see, can I fork in anything?
Yeah, I have no Alar to throw in, but I have
I'm curious.
some knowledge.
I'm curious. Who is making sure that these 4 people don't trip over each other's feet in the small laboratory?
Oh, I think there's lots of shouting from Len at this point. He's going into full manager mode.
Okay. I'd like you to make a link test for me. Using leadership or something along those lines. I'm sure a skill like that exists. To see if you can make sure that people don't trip over each other's feet. Let me see if the leadership skill exists as such.
Command is more of like a.
Or command.
But command is more of like a battlefield type of thing.
Okay.
Like
Well,
combat.
in some ways.
In some
I
ways.
don't see a leadership skill.
Okay. Well, I do have administration, which is, and it's administration of a business involved in making alchemical concoctions.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let's see what business administration means. If it's just, doing tax returns and stuff like that, or if it's
Just administration.
Well, generally it doesn't do anything other than
running a business or organization. It is primarily used to recover tax resources.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel like Lynn could also go the ugly truth route and just saying that if this doesn't work, then there is that. So we need to make it
I
right.
feel like ugly truth is something you can fork rather than
Mhm.
or do like a link test or something like that. Let's do business administration for now, but I'm gonna see if I can find something more useful for later.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, if you have the skill now, this makes more sense that you would be the one doing it.
All right.
And I'll probably have some encouraging words with ugly truth to help you.
Okay. Oh, and I should I was going to mark these tests, which I
You should.
not been doing. Well, okay, I'll do that after the this roll. Okay. Okay, so there's Lynn's ugly truth as a fork. And this is a link test for alchemy, so.
No. If Lynn is helping you, then she'd just give a helping die.
Okay.
If you wanted to use like that specifically, then she'd have to roll as a link test.
I'm just helping.
Okay.
Helping him coordinate the whole thing.
Okay. Yeah. But the helping die is essentially the same as a fork, right? It's
similar. But a helping die gives you experience.
I thought you didn't have to help with the same thing.
You might have to use the same skill to help. I didn't know about that.
Okay. And I don't think there's anything I can fork here, or at least anything else.
Maybe your knowledge of alchemy can help you coordinate this.
Well, this is a link test for alchemy, though, right?
Sure. Doesn't mean you can't fork in alchemy.
Oh, okay. I assumed that it did.
Let me check before you roll if Lynn can help you with a different skill.
Yeah, it seems like it can help with like anything that makes sense. As far as I can tell,
Willing to help?
Yeah. Accepting help.
Accepting help.
I must physically give you a die, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Given that there's a continent and an ocean between
There
us.
are 0 physical dice, yeah.
Okay, the helping ability must be related in some way, but that it is. So that's fine.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. I mean, in that case, I could also help with ugly truth because I have ugly truth, but I don't have.
You can help with ugly truth.
Sweet.
Okay. So
are we both just telling each other how important this is?
Sounds about
Seems
right.
Yeah.
Okay. And what is the obstacle for administration linked test?
I think
It was
up
like
to.
2.
Yeah.
It is 2. We're all just gonna help for so much. Okay.
Just make it all one.
It seems like administration really is the skill. At least if I'm looking at like other,
Yeah.
like if at some of the character life paths, like they have either administration or like specific manor management or something like that. But that's specific to a manor.
Yeah. I think the game wants to stay away from just having like a leadership skill, just so that you would have to do it in other ways. If the same way that there's no like investigation skill, you have to do
State
other things.
management. Yeah, that might be.
So yeah, I would say it's time to fire. Not sure if there's much else.
And you can work in your persuasion, I think, Mathos.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, so
Isn't
estate
there
management is
persuasive?
also
Yeah,
like
I don't think we need much persuasion to do this. But
no, but it will help.
It'll help ease the wheels while you guys keep on mentioning all the ugly truths of the situation.
it's not so bad. It's
We
fun.
can do this, guys. We can do this.
Okay.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll.
Okay. And
it does really seem like administration, like the way estate management is described is just like it has basically the same description as administration, but then like regarding to estates. So it yeah, administration is the skill for this.
Okay. And it was OB2?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is something you guys.
No way.
But
There's a
it-
debate on that.
It is a 6.
It is a
It is a
six.
6.
Okay, I will.
My God.
Yeah.
I was about to say, what else was spelling this? Turned out to be just large enough.
Okay. Burning Fate.
How can you roll 7 dice and get 1 6?
8.
Oh,
8
Eight.
dice and get 1.
Ow.
Hmm. Yeah, so I think things are heating up in the shop. Not
Yeah,
in a good
yeah.
way.
Yeah, so I think what happens is that everybody's trying to tell everybody what to do. Desi is being all like ugly truth. Lynn is
I
is
don't
being
understand
like, if
you,
we
Nessie.
do this
What are you
wrong,
talking about?
if we do this wrong, you know, Davy's gonna get expelled, and Davy's just being all stressed about everything.
Yeah, 'cause
And then Mallory is trying to organize everything, and just everybody's talking at the same time. So, take -1 die for your alchemy
Okay.
test.
All right.
Luckily, we're all really good at alchemy. So taking like I'm helping you with alchemy. Let's go.
Yeah. Now I see that all of us at like separate corners in the shop, just all working on our own thing, and definitely not talking to each other. Like we are just gonna work, not gonna talk. We're gonna do this. Okay,
Just
so
get it done.
yeah, so let's see, 3 helping dice and then -1 for that whole
Debacle.
that whole thing.
Debacle. Yeah.
So 2 bonus dice total. Let's see, no Artha just yet, and obstacle.
Right. I am not.
You're not
sure.
gonna fork anything?
Not sure if I'm much to fork in this. Maybe like chemistry. Not sure
I
if that-
guess. I guess you can fork in chemistry.
You kind of fork in anatomy. Would that be involved in this in the creation of this thing?
I don't think so. Alchemy. I think that.
Okay, so
I
so-
think like they have a weird description to this, but I think it's no, let me just look at the general obstacles. I imagine Plum and Bob is kind of hard to create with its all its different and rare ingredients.
Mm.
Obstacles. Here we go. I think it's up 5, an act that requires expertise.
Okay. Let's see. But we got
You need
7.
to know what you're doing.
I do need to know what I'm doing, which is the problem. See, up 5. I've
Yes.
handled worse odds before.
Sweet, that's gonna give me a challenging test.
Nice.
And you succeeded.
Got it.
Awesome.
Master Alchemist.
If you
MLG.
want, you've got 3 6s. You can spend fate to make the mixture
Yeah, sure.
extra potent or extra subtle.
So, both of those sound good to me. So let's see, 3d6. Well, there we go.
Nice.
Another 5 successes.
Wow.
Take that.
Oh, crazy.
Wow.
On
Nice.
3 dice.
So you guys come together and just work so hard to make this happen. Did you subtract the -1 die, by the way, when rolling alchemy in
Yeah.
the first place? Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, would have been
And you
4.
used the helping die from Davy as well?
From
Davy, Mathers, and Desi? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've got some options like making it less noticeable as Plum Bob by making it present but more subtle. You can make it less noticeable to the masters, which would result in a slightly smaller amount of truths, but also it will still give you quite an advantage, but not quite to the level where it's unbelievable. You can also go for maximum efficiency and just be like, this guy is going to sit there and tell his whole life's history if asked of him, and probably insult the masters while he's doing it.
That does sound pretty good.
Or you can also choose to make it less obvious to him, so remove the taste of plum, or various things. You can assign dice to various things.
Yeah, put at least a few more dice toward, or a few successes toward making it like more potent, like I said, like making him just talk more, and definitely like a few of them just to make it less noticeable, like the potion itself, like decrease the smell.
Okay.
So I'd probably say 3 towards potency and 2 towards hide ability.
Okay,
A
who do
better
you want
word
to
for
hide
that.
it from? Do you want to hide it from him, making it easier to administer and more likely or less likely for him to be like, hey, I've been drugged? Or do you want to make it less visible to the masters?
Let's do 1-on-1 for those 2.
Okay.
So a little bit towards both. Okay, cool. We have the thing. We made the thing. Crushed the thing. Let's go give him the thing.
Okay, yeah. So you guys have a chance to administer it to him before the trial start, but that's it. Then the trial starts.
Now.
So
Okay.
Oh, okay. So are we taking it as read that we get to administer it, or do we?
no.
Oh, okay, I didn't think so.
You're gonna have to administer it. Certainly.
Then I think this may be up to you.
I suppose so. You're sure that he's the person that you who was.
Very sure.
All right.
Just,
That should make it easier.
just. Can we catch him at breakfast? or at a meal, just keep his attention. I'll administer it.
All right.
So you
Be
know
careful.
that he has a room in the Golden Pony.
Yes, that's
So I
need my
imagine
help?
that is where you find him.
Do you need my help?
I'm not sure. Usually, I'm on the receiving end of this sort of thing. It's been a while since I had to, you know. I think that
I've
that-
never.
Well, yeah. So
Maybe it's best if I don't help.
you
You can
did a
always ask
chart.
for
You did a
help.
chart as to whether or not doing this was a good idea, but not a chart on Casper himself. Perhaps some insight into his motivations would be helpful.
Yes, of course. Thank you. I'll get on that now. I know a lot more about Casper than last time I tried to write such a chart. Well, when I did it before, I didn't. Anyway, the point is, I'll do that. Thank you, Mathers. Let me write up a chart about specifically I'm asking a specific question, which is how can Lynn gain Casper's trust to help Mathers?
And I would love to help.
And
Can you help with such things?
Yeah, you also have astrology.
Same skill, yeah.
Okay. I didn't know. I didn't see you as an astrologist, Mathers.
Well,
It's
he
not
doesn't
quite
have. Yeah, he doesn't have Desi's
Motivated?
talents at it, but
as...
he
That's the theoretical knowledge.
yeah.
Okay, I'm also gonna fork Ugly Truce and Omen Wise.
I'm not sure if this counts as an omen. I mean, it's not all doom and
No, that's
such.
fair. Not all omens. Not all omens are bad.
True, but I just don't think like this is too mundane to be an omen.
Okay, that's fair. Can I fork falsehood because we're willing to lie here?
Are you willing to lie here?
I don't
Yes.
think falsehood will help you get the truth from the stars.
Okay. That's fine. Actually, in order to, this is an op 5 test to have the stars answer a specific question. In order to, nope, even
Not
7
op
dice
4?
is a difficult test. No, it's op 5. So, op 4 is,
I thought it was up 4.
I will double check right now. It says, 4, call upon the stars to answer a specific question. You're right, ob 5 is interpreting celestial phenomena or omens. Okay. So, in that case, either way, it's going to be a routine test if I accept any help. So, I might as well accept the help and the fork and call it a day. Just gonna get harder and harder for me to actually improve his astrology.
Ooh.
Two sixes.
But they're both 6s. They're both 6s. I did it.
Oh man.
Got him.
Yeah, you get that sweet die, Lynn.
All right.
So,
Desi.
Desi.
What did they say about him?
Yeah. So, the stars show show you a kind of a collage, I guess, of the kind of women that that
Casper?
Casper is into. And you just notice some commonalities, like they're all of noble birth. They're all very pretty and sexy. So things like opening that extra button, or showing off your nobility and your high class, are things that are certain to impress him.
Okay. Yeah, I will explain all of that to Lynn, and like take the moment to like I'm like, show me your dresses.
Katerina
Okay.
comes in as well, and she kind of reluctantly helps you pick out. She's like, no, you should wear the red dress. You look better in that. And
Yeah,
she's just fussing over you, like, whatever thing you should put in your hair and whatever dress you should wear.
Yeah, I think Katerina brought more dresses with her than Lynn has ever owned in her life.
Probably.
Yeah.
And like Desi and Katerina like circle around Lynn, and like there's like the whole like montage transformation sequence. Doing her hair, putting on dresses, like getting it to just barely go off one shoulder on purpose, but make it look like it's an accident, and have it just sit just here and not go any lower and not ride back up. Tough.
Yeah, probably some tricks, like using some kind of like sticky tape or something like that to keep it exactly there.
Yeah.
Without going down.
Yeah. Lynn has never been this uncomfortable in her life. And she has faced witch trials before, most likely. Yeah, time to go to breakfast. She looks down at herself.
And remember, posture.
That has absolutely nothing to do with anything of what we're doing, but it's totally a Desi thing to do.
Sure.
Which is when she touches this dress that I assume belonged to Katerina.
Yeah, for sure.
That Lynn is wearing.
Like, it might even be like too short for Lynn. Really.
Perfect. I want to read it using Touch of Ages, and like learn about the history of this dress, and like if anything untoward happened while Katerina was wearing it, just for personal knowledge.
So let me see.
Touch of Ages is described on page 350.
No. I was more looking at like I feel like you're allowed to do this, but it won't give you anything for advancement. But there won't be any negative consequences if you fail either. Just as a little, things Desi does.
That's fair. That is fair. So I will roll. It is perception, and we're gonna just go off of whatever I get is how much I learn.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a dress.
The name and type of object is what I learned.
This is a very nice dress.
It is indeed a dress.
It's a 6, but I can't. I'm not getting anything for advancement. Well, it's a routine test either way. Could I spend fate here to have that count towards my perception here? Because a routine test never counts towards a.
If you're willing to spend fate on it, then you can have it count for advancement as well. That's fine.
Okay. Well, I mean, it wouldn't count. What I'm saying is that since it's a.
Like it counts as a fate toward perception.
Sure.
It would only count as a fate towards perception as far as.
No, that's advancement towards perception.
No, because it's a routine. It's a routine test.
Yeah, fair enough.
As a stat, you never need a routine test.
Sure. Let's see if you find out anything more. The dress, by the way, is approximately 4 years old.
That's all. That's all I learned.
Well, also its name. The dress is named Dave.
Right? There's no reason for that, but it is weird. It's a little weird.
Yeah, as you touch it, it screams, I'm trapped in this dress.
Yeah, that's it. That's all.
Okay. So you come to the Golden Pony, and Casper is sitting eating breakfast, feeling very full of himself. He's ordered a very fancy breakfast with like eggs and very fine bread and different like fancy jams. And he gives you this like half sour, half happy smile when you come in.
Okay. Yeah, I think I assume Mathers is in here somewhere because he said he'd be administering the thing.
Yes. Somewhere, but
Others,
like.
Are you gonna make sure that you are unseen?
Oh yes, yes.
That seems very inconspicuous of you.
Okay.
At least I assume that is what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's just stealthy. Maybe we see Mathers hiding under a table.
Versus observation. Okay, you don't get extra obstacle penalties because you are from this region.
So yeah, I mean, I'm not. I'm just blending into the crowd at this point.
You
But
guys
I'll-
say like, hey, breakfast.
Yes, yes. Yeah, lots of people get breakfast, and you know, I just happen to be one of them.
I
It's the
feel like
thing that humanoids do.
I feel like Casper wouldn't have any observation. I do feel though that he gets one advantage because to him you are a character that's very prominent in today's happenings.
Sure.
So you know you're not like everybody else. Where's Casper von Thunderberg? Skills. I can roll for him first, or you can roll first, and if you roll, I'll double the things, and if he rolls, I'll have whatever.
Either way is fine with me.
I think it makes more sense if you roll first, and then set that as an obstacle for him.
Sure. Yeah, I think Mathers is the aggressor in this case.
So yeah, I'm thinking inconspicuous, forking, stealthy and citywise. That sound reasonable?
Not sure if city-wise goes. Stealthy sounds very reasonable.
Okay.
But city-wise.
Okay, and I'll just put it in as base obstacle 1. Right, since it's.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh crap!
We are not good with the dice today.
No.
So let's give him an advantage die. And his ob is. Oh, no, Artha, what the fuck? Base obstacle.
No
1.
6s.
Oof.
Never lucky.
No?
Hello?
Why is it this not rolling?
Yeah.
Modifier is 1. Artha 0. Base obstacle 1. Oof. Marvelous. He gives you this very unpleasant smile.
Damn it. I'll just when he says my name, I'll turn looking surprised to see him, and sit down at his table.
He looks
And-
very disapproving, and he looks hopeful over at Lynn, and he says, what do you want? I haven't seen you here
Well.
in the Golden Pony for a while. Were you looking for me? Get on with it.
Looking for you? No. I was, well, I mean, obviously, I can't convince you to,
Drink this thing.
No. Obviously, I can't convince you to not be an ass to my friends, even though it doesn't actually benefit you. But let's see.
I'm merely, helping poor Raphael from the aggressors that have basically killed him. I'm doing my civic duty here. He gives you a nasty, nasty smile.
Of course, it's your civic duty and has nothing to do with old scores. Well, and I don't want to insult your intelligence, and
He just sniffs at that as if you could.
And I mean, of course, you saw what you saw isn't a misinterpretation, and you aren't and you aren't deliberately misinterpreting anything. And I'll, as I say this, I draw it out with the idea that he's losing his opportunity to speak to Lynn. Like if he doesn't, if he continues to pay attention to me, then he's not going to have his opportunity, and I'm there to waste his time.
He sniffs at you and says, what does he say? Hold on, I need to work this out. So as you're talking, his face gets more sour and sour, and he says, "Did you just come here to tell me that I wasn't stupid? Because I already knew that. Thank you very much." And like, I don't really like your face right now. You're ruining the view of the beautiful golden pony and the other people in it, and I'd like you to leave if you don't have anything else to say.
Oh, I'm sure you would. And yet. Oh.
Yeah, I think it's at this point, if I see the two of you struggling to have a normal conversation, Lynn stands by the door and looks at the two of you and sighs. Fine, Let's get this over with. Steals himself. And she sort of slides over to the best of her ability.
So, Mathers, as you start, doing an elaborate, basically an elaborate sentence, and he sees that you're not planning on leaving, and Lynn comes over. He wants to show how important he is. So he just raises like one finger, and immediately somewhere somebody rings a little golden bell, and like the manager of the Golden Pony comes over and says,
Ah, excellent. I would like bangers, a flagon of your
"Sir,
mildest ale.
How fancy are you clothed?
Yeah, not.
Do you have fine clothes?"
No, they are not fine clothes.
The manager just ignores you and says, "Casper, is this man bothering you?" Casper just gives like a short nod, and the manager turns to you, Mathers, and says, "We would like to offer you a coffee and a muffin on the house if you leave right now."
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
I think that at this point that Lynn gives some like very like obvious like winks toward Casper. This is
Okay, give me like falsehood or something along those lines.
yeah.
To
There's a wonderful skill called seduction.
seduction it is.
Yeah, time to start learning it. As mentioned, Lynn has no skill in this area.
Oh dear.
Oh,
You
this is
get
gonna be
advantage from the fact that you have prepared so well. You've got one advantage die from Desi that you can set at one point. So
Mhm.
that's your preparation die. And in general, you just have a +1 on seduction because he already likes you.
Yeah. Okay. It's gonna have to go.
So
well.
+1 permanently, and 1 advantage die that you can use at a moment that you feel is critical to you.
Yeah, I think I'll use it here. And Basob is supposed to be his.
So what are you trying to achieve?
I'm trying to make sure that Mathers can stay here for a moment because I need him here to administer the thing.
Okay. So to allow Mathers to stay here, yeah, I guess you would talk to Casper rather than the manager. So the base obstacle is what? His will?
Yeah, his will. 4.
So how's you winking to gonna allow him to?
Yeah, no, I think I'm very like this is Lynn clumsily flirting, but at the same time sort of leaning over, exposing just about everything really.
Dear. But isn't that gonna make him want to send Mathers away more? I mean, you could achieve something here. You could provide a distraction so that Mathers can,
Yeah. I mean,
thing in, but it wouldn't really allow Mathers to stay around for longer.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you just get his attention, then
he just needs to be distracted long enough that Mathers can
do
a thing on his way out.
Yeah, okay. So maybe it's just a moment's distraction.
Okay, so his will is actually 5.
Okay.
So that will be your obstacle, but you have 1 advantage die.
Yeah.
Doubled because you're not skilled in seduction.
I know.
Yeah, this is unlikely.
Do you have any Arthur to spend on this?
Well, I did reasonably well, but
considering.
Yeah, considering.
Yeah, I don't think you can fix this with fate. I mean,
Well,
the odds of you getting 5 6s and 1 4+
Consecutively.
are... Yeah.
well, I have some faith to spare. Why not?
So since he's already into you, he won't look that weirdly if you try to flirt with him. So I won't give Mathers a -1 die, but he's not getting any advantage from you being there.
No. Okay, so Mathers, you'll have to do on your own.
Good luck.
Yeah. So I'll look to the manager, suddenly embarrassed, and like clear my throat, get up, and as I'm leaving, I'll bend over to Casper and say into his ear, "Forget it. She's way out of your league."
Now he's gonna go for her for sure. So...
And just as I deliver that line, I'll hope not to fuck up the next roll. Of
No pressure.
yeah.
Yeah, so you can fork in something that has to do with intimidation or what it is exactly that you are insulting him with.
Okay. So.
If you have said skill.
Okay. So.
Object truth.
I think. Okay. So I'm thinking the base roll is going to be stealthy.
Yeah.
Right. To sneak us in. Yeah. I'm gonna kick in falsehood. I mean, Lynn, actually is out of his league, but I'm using that fact in a false and distracting manner, I think.
I think that what you are rolling up against is not Casper's observation. Casper doesn't have an observation of anything, really. What you're rolling against is the observation of the manager.
Of course.
And the manager is very observant.
Oh boy.
So let me roll that. Let's see, does the manager have anything? I think he has advantages from his employees. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So your obstacle is 4.
Okay, this is bad. Okay.
Of course, Lynn,
Okay.
you can naturally help Mathers.
Yeah, I just need to find the skill to do it with.
Okay. So, in being stealthy against
Well, you can go all ugly truth and be like, he's right,
Hey, yeah. Oh.
You wouldn't
Yeah,
make an enemy with that, though, but it might be worth it.
Yeah, I think what I'm gonna say, I'm angling for the ugly truth, but I think it also has undertones of seduction in it.
Well, you did have seduction.
I know. I'm
So
gonna
that's
be
good.
angling for the ugly truth.
Yeah, sure. It's like Lynn's attempt at seduction.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's gonna say, after she probably hears Mathers say that Lynn is out of his league, and say, "You're gonna have to work real hard for it."
Yeah, he doesn't like that. So give Mathers the helping die.
No.
I mean,
Okay.
he is Casper von Thunderberg. Casper von Thunderberg doesn't work for women. Women come to Casper von Thunderberg.
Casper von
Preferably on
Thunderberg.
their knees.
Casper von Thunderberg hasn't worked a day in his life.
Exactly. And that is something to be proud of.
Indeed.
Okay. Oh, so I guess if I'm up against the manager, right after I say the whisper you're out of his league, I'll look at the manager and try and give the impression that I'm rather than up to something, just like this annoying person to get rid of. And so I'll, although I'm, a bit acting a little bit embarrassed, and still, I'll remain, consciously red-faced, say, oh, but that muffin? I could use a muffin.
Do you have conspicuous, by the way?
I do. Yeah.
I could see that doing the stage magician thing. It's like focusing his attention over here, so he doesn't look over there.
What skill was that? I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, conspicuous?
Conspicuous. Oh yeah, sure.
Okay. And how about persuasion? In that I'm or falsehood, one of the two. In that I'm convincing him either to spend some his attention getting the muffin, or that I'm.
Falsehood can be done, but then as a link test.
Okay.
Do you really want the muffin?
No, I don't want the muffin.
That's not pretty nice to have a muffin. I think Lil might have a muffin after this.
Yeah, the point isn't to get the muffin. The point is to throw him off slightly.
You're not personally. I think falsehood works if you're trying to show yourself as not up to something. Fair enough. You can forget the falsehood.
Okay. So the one from Lynn, conspicuous falsehood, and I think that's probably it.
That's the pluck.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's do this.
Oh, poor.
In the meantime, I am going to write down that Lynn is rapidly burning her bridges with Casper von Thunderberg. Where's my session?
As well you
Okay.
should.
Yeah.
Jerk.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she wants to build bridges in the first place.
And
Well, I mean, that's up to her.
Yeah.
I really hate to burn my persona before the trial itself, but I think maybe that's something that needs to be done. Because if this role is failed, then I are hosed. So yeah, I'm spending it. Spending persona.
Okay. Don't forget to write down that you spent persona.
And the base obstacle is 4.
Yes. Nice.
All right. Okay.
That persona point made the difference. Actually, no. That just gave you
it's
one
an extra
one
success.
advantage. Yeah.
But it was pretty cool.
Yeah, your extra success is that you will indeed get the muffin and the coffee.
Woohoo!
For a moment, like, the manager turns around and looks at one of his employees and makes like a complicated a gesture to say like one muffin to one muffin and one coffee, and then he turns back. But by that time, the evil deed has been done. and he shepherds you towards the door. And as you're at the door, like they bring like a fancy like carton cup which is very rare in this time. You don't really have coffee to go anywhere else than at the Golden Pony.
Okay.
Does the cup say Mathers on the side? It's misspelled. Say Matthias.
I don't think they asked for Mather's name. And a muffin. It's blueberries today. It's very tasty.
Thank you, Goodman. Again, with embarrassment.
He just like looks at you as you're something very gross that he wants to get out of his sight as soon as possible.
That's fine.
I assume you leave as well, or do you stay to exchange pleasantries with Casper?
Yeah, I think so. I think I want to see this thing I've made in action. Maybe I can get something out of them.
Sure.
Didn't get into this dress for nothing.
Do you sit down?
Yeah, sit down.
As you sit down, he says, I assume you meant that as a joke, the work for it?
Oh, of course.
Give me falsehood.
Okay, yeah, time to start learning falsehood. Or can I count that as another seduction test?
The
giggle.
Sure.
At the very least, you should remind us of that little giggle at the end of the session.
Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, on 5.
Yeah.
About as successful as before.
I mean, you can spend fate to see if you.
Nah.
He just looks at you disapproving, and says, "I think you should leave."
I thought we were having such a good time.
He scowls at you and he says,
But what's the?
You'll pay for this, you know. I don't know what you're trying to do or what you're up to, but you'll pay for it in some way.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be nice. You know, it's been a while since I got to talk to a proper nobleman. Not since we left home so long ago.
That just has to do with the scum that you hang out with. That's not my problem.
Fair. I mean, fair. I know I'm not the best with people.
Now, if you would like to leave, I have important business to attend to. And he just downs his cup of coffee and gets up.
All right. Then she gets up out of her seat and heads for the door.
And then he just looks at his coffee cup with a little bit of disgust, and he puts it down on the table as you leave. And yeah, that is the last of it before the trial. Do we want to take a short break?
Looks like we're right on time for a short break.
Yeah. Give me just a moment to set up break stuff. Okay, so cool. We'll be back in about 7 minutes. Please stick around. I think the trial is going to be very interesting.
Well,